Hello, my name is Zimmaron, and thank you so much for watching this video. Today I wanted to talk about conspiracy theories. Now, I'm not going to talk about it in the context of what conspiracy theories are true, what ones aren't, and all of that, because honestly, the truth is that it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. It's fascinating to watch on social media, news feeds, and the videos that are out there, and there's a lot of division right now in society between all sorts of different factions and groups of people, right? You've got the political conspiracy theories. You've got even now the COVID vaccination conspiracy theories and where COVID came from. You've got the conspiracy theories around the poisoning of our foods and the environment and religious conspiracy theories and all of this sort of stuff. Now, while many of the conspiracy theories are, in some cases, based in reality and in truth, the point that I want to make is, does it really matter? Now, some people would say, well, of course it matters. We need to speak the truth. We need to change what's going on in the world that's not in integrity and where people are being taken advantage of and people are being harmed and hurt and all of those other things that are going on. And I would agree to a certain degree. However, there's a way in which people get so preoccupied with all this stuff where it becomes fanatical. It becomes a belief system. It becomes something where they start judging other people for not believing those same conspiracy theories or those same beliefs. It becomes something that starts dragging people down and becoming more harmful than it is good. So you really want to be ever watchful. The way I look at things is, if it's not uplifting me and it's not inspiring me and it's not actually benefiting my life and my lifestyle and who I am and making me feel all fulfilled and happy inside of me, then maybe I should just turn it off and not look at that sort of stuff or watch that sort of stuff. Because the preoccupation with all of it doesn't actually benefit my life, nor does it offer a solution to how my life could be much better. Because if you ultimately think about conspiracy theories and people's motivation for putting it out there, well, it is to make people aware and things like that. There's an element of, how should I say, kvetching, complaining. And there's definitely an element of victim consciousness behind it. And it can certainly trigger that in people that don't look at these things that are happening in the world as happening for a reason. No one has any control or power over you unless you give it to them and you allow them to have power and control over you. And I know that that may sound convoluted to some people, but it's the ultimate truth. But the only way to experience that is to experience it. See, through my life and my lifestyle, of having lived in ashrams and trained a lot and worked on myself a lot and went through some crazy experiences throughout the past 25 to 30 years of my life, having traveled the world and gone to sacred sites and studied different religions and cultures and worked with shaman and spiritual masters and yogis in all sorts of different practices. Everything always is the same. It always comes back down to the same. This is where your true power lies. And all the noise that's outside is nothing more than a distraction. Who cares what the government does? Who cares if the government raises the taxes or decreases the taxes? Now, I'm not saying to be blind to that. I'm not saying to not have an opinion about it. I'm not saying to not share that with the world and that certain things do need to change. But what I'm saying is it should never, ever supersede the change that needs to happen here. It should never drag you down. It should never stress you out. It should never take you out of feeling love and gratitude and the exalted feelings of who you truly are and who it is that you want to be in this world. It is important that people know about the things that are out of integrity in the world and where the imbalances are. I mean, you'll hear it in my videos. I talk a lot about that sort of stuff. But I always try to turn the lens inwards because this is where the greatest gains happen. And I already know that the world's messed up. I already know that there's greed, and I already know that people take advantage of one another. I already know that there's people dying and people starving to death and all of that. My focus is on myself, right? So that I only send love out into the universe. No negativity, no judgment, nothing that contributes to the very things that we would like to change in our lives, right? Because when I send non-love out into the universe, I'm contributing. I'm feeding the beast. I'm feeding the non-loving energies that are out there. So when people get into judgments about the conspiracy theories and they start talking negatively about their government and this and that and all of that, you're feeding the beast. And that's what all of those conspiracy theory videos and the news and all of those things, they lower people's vibrations. They suck you in. And then suddenly you feel fear coming up, or you feel like you don't have control over your life, or that you're powerless. Do you see how that brings you down? There's nothing good that comes from that. As Gandhi used to say, be the change that you want to be in the world. That's where true power comes from. That's how you help contribute in positive ways, is by becoming who you are, by choosing love, by being the best possible version of yourself, and by constantly uplifting those around you, and to stop complaining and contributing to the negativity that's out there in the world. I'm not saying be in denial. Absolutely not. I'm saying you know that there's that stuff out there. So the preoccupation and the fascination with the specifics that you can't even ultimately prove or deny. And people forget that conspiracy theories in and of themselves, some of the people that are behind the conspiracy theories put out fake information in order to confuse people and distract people and discredit people and all of that. So sometimes you don't even know what's real and what isn't, and where the sources are of those information in the first place. So you're getting indoctrinated with stuff that you don't even really need to have in your head. Does that make sense? These are really, really powerful lessons in self-mastery and in upliftment of self. Because so many people drag themselves down by watching the news and seeing the umpteenth murder that just happened, and this and that, and you know, who's doing what, and look at this person, they got vaccinated, or look at this person, they didn't get vaccinated. Who cares? People are going to make the choices that they're going to make regardless of what you think about it. But you know what? If you're contributing loving energy to the world, you're raising the vibration, and you're making sure that that stuff gets transmuted and healed faster. You become the ultimate vehicle for change when you work on yourself and only feed yourself with things that contribute to your life and uplift you and help you grow beyond who you are today. So yes, the world is going mad, but that's just the world's fight and resistance to the love that's already inside of every single human being, if only they let all the clutter out. That's where you find peace. That's where you find true happiness. That's where you find fulfillment. And that's when you become the master of your own reality. And the more and more you become that, the less and less that the outside world affects you, and the more protected you are, the more guided you are, and the more you're able to navigate this world from a place that in some cases you never ever even possibly thought could be true for you. So having said that, please comment, like, share. I truly, truly do appreciate it. If you disagree with this video, tell me why. Tell me why, so I can respond and I can maybe clarify things. And please, 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 if you're interested in working with me, I would love to get on a call with you and find out how I can help and contribute to your life, to your betterment, to your business, to your happiness. And let's live the best possible lives